Hey, so I'm not sure if you've known this, but I'm a polyglot. I speak many languages. I don't even know if you know the meaning of the word polyglot, but now you know. If you've Googled it, you know, because I haven't said it. I'm in a weird mood today. Anyway, so for those of you who are inquisitive or on their own path towards language learning, here's something that I have to share. Yeah. The yawn. I came here to share the yawn. I wanted to explore a bit and explore and share the experience and story of being a polyglot or even hyper polyglot in some sense. I'm on the border of it. I'm someone who speaks 5 languages fluently with more languages on some different extents. Some are conversational, some are just reading level. In Latin, it's just a bunch of phrases and how are you? uh, so the the question is, do I regret learning them? Not exactly. The thing is, what I've noticed in some languages, especially when you're achieving the high level of proficiency, some would call it when you achieve fluency, but to me it's just achieving high level of proficiency. What happens is, well, what happens is you can discover new parts of yourself because the limiters in your mind are not there to be with you. New experiences can open up. This has happened to me with German and English. So when I was learning English, because it's not my native my native language or my mother tongue, when I was on on the verge of entering the C1 level, maybe even higher, when I started reading books, or even before that, internet and stuff like that. A language has always to do with culture, and that culture opens up to you because no culture is like the other. When I learned German, more jobs opened up to me. Also the truth is at the time English was kind of like quasi mother language to me, so I couldn't see the difference before and after. At least that's the case. I keep looking at myself, sorry, and my eyes keep jumping. It's just that they're super whitish, even for me. Anyway, so I noticed like cultural differences and different environments opening up, which kind of makes sense and kind of is just truism. The thing is also there there are things like you may find some sources that you would never find in the different language, which can introduce you to something completely new, teach you something completely new, which could and or it could not necessarily may or may not be absolutely groundbreaking and life changing for you. Damn, I'm super sleepy. I'm just after my midday nap. I would say language learning could be good if you're depends on the execution. There is no such thing as bad idea, only poor execution, or so they say. Feel free to write in comment section bad ideas that are even with great execution are poor ideas. Um, I have noticed how some sort of dramas and this is DYSs go away. I even know stories of people who stutter, not stuttering as much in different language. Good example of it, at least one that I have seen online is the Vitali something, the guy who developed and created mm, Ethereum. When he goes from English, when he shifts from English to Russian, it goes from normal person talking to and you could perhaps explain it as speech defect that he didn't really fix in English because you don't make the same sounds. The thing is, he still has quite an obvious speech defect. Could be also caused by rigidity, by lack of speaking in it, lack of practice, which happens a lot. This affects me currently, as I haven't practiced English in a long time. I haven't had as many conversations as I'm used to, or read as many books as I'm used to. Anyway, so yes, is language learning worth it? Absolutely. Can it change your life? It will change your life. It's not if it's can if or if it's gonna. It will change your life if you take it seriously. A lot of people who learn Chinese, for example, end up having jobs there even if they don't want to, because they always need someone in China, and they actually regret it. You can regret it in some way because, like Kierkegaard said, do or don't, you will regret both, which is quite funny. So just having free will, or to some extent having free will just make you regret it, regret anything and everything, one way or another. When you think about it's fucking horrible, actually. And yeah, I don't want to go into the methods of how to learn language learning, or how to learn language learning. It may seem like a mistake or incorrectly uh, expressed idea, but the truth is, before I got seriously into language learning, I was actually learning how to learn because I didn't want to spend / waste my time on stuff that doesn't work. But the surprising thing is that essentially everything works if you put your time into it. If it's speaking, talking, whatever, you can start from any part: grammar, speaking, listening, understanding. And if you give it enough time, and if you will shift those things sooner or later, you will succeed. Which is why perhaps many teachers recommend taking the route or schools through grammar, but by far it is uh, the worst method, because the worst approach, for one simple reason: when learning grammar, it is just too exhausting, and it doesn't allow you to enjoy it freely, and it's simply the hardest path, which is the least rewarding, I would say, because you end up getting to the same goal. So why bother? That's at least my opinion from my experience. You might have seen and heard different stuff. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm still making this mostly for myself. Heads up, by the way, I'm really happy that fourth video is coming out. Although, yeah, fucking yawning all the time. Although I'm still afraid of posting something of value, I'm treating it more seriously. I'm happy that the momentum is going on. The momentum is on. Now I can upload anything. So, bye bye.